This is Total Television reporting from Carrier's World in Dubai. I'm Brian Dolby and I'm talking to Andy Tiller of ipaccess. Andy, I think we've got a brand new product on display today.
Well, that's right. This is the latest design for what we call our femtocell product. The basic idea with this is that if you've got a poor mobile phone signal in your home or your office, you can install one of these and it just solves the problem for you.
Fantastic. Where is it available?
Well, it's already on sale in lots of different countries. We have customers all over the world. The biggest deployment we have at the moment is actually in North America, where we're working with Cisco to help AT&T with their deployment of femtocells, and they've got hundreds of thousands of these already out in their network. They actually sell it to customers, but quite often they will give it away to high-value customers to make sure that they retain them.
Well, I think I've heard of Cisco and AT&T. In fact, ipaccess is one of those typical British understated success stories, I think.
I think you might be right. In fact, the whole femtocell phenomenon really started in Britain, and we've got companies across the ecosystem. Our products are actually based on chips from Picochip, which is based in Bath. So there's a lot of British technology going into femtocells.
Well, I'm glad to hear we've still got new technology in Britain. That's good news. What else do you deal with apart from these particular products? 'Cause I think you have a vast range in this area.
We do have a range. I mean, this is a product specifically designed for homes and small offices, but we have a step up from that. Picocells, which cover, for instance, shopping centres or hotels, a larger area where you might have poor coverage indoors. And actually, what's interesting at the moment, one of the things that's happening in the mobile phone industry is that because there's more and more data traffic on the networks, operators need to deploy smaller and smaller cells. So, and the reason for that is because each cell can only handle a certain number of users, and give them good data throughput. So the only way they can really cope with all the data traffic that's coming onto the network is to put more and more small cells inside the macro network in a heterogeneous network structure, as it's called. So we provide small cell technology which helps them solve that capacity problem as well as coverage.
So every time you hear about a new device on the market, like the iPads and everything else, it must be good news for you guys.
It is. I mean, the data crunch, as they call it, is really hitting operators all over the world. It's not actually just the amount of data throughput. It's also the signaling load on the core network. So smartphones are actually as bad as laptops, or possibly worse in some ways, because the little background applications are constantly pinging the network, even though it's very, very tiny amounts of data to check for email or get an update on the weather forecast. They're off and on all the time, and that causes big problems. And again, small cells really help with that. They actually take some of the core network functionality and put it into the access point locally, so that offloads the core network as well as offloading the radio network.
Now, we're here in Dubai, and obviously there's a major event going on this week. What is it about this event that attracts you to come along and make this sort of commitment?
Well, it's a good place for us, partly because we've got a lot of opportunity in this region and we're starting to really focus on it. And of course there's a lot of operators here who can make use of our products, so it's a nice place to come and make ourselves visible and tell people more about our product.
Okay, thanks for talking to us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks, Brian.